Hello everyone, this is Latha Akula. In this video, we are going to study about significance of meiosis. So, how the meiosis help us in different processes. Here, for the formation of gametes, the first significance of meiosis is for the formation of gametes. In the meiosis, at the end, four daughter cells are formed from the diploid cell, right? Those four haploid daughter cells, what we are calling them? We are calling them as gametes. That means the gametes are produced by means of meiosis only. And how these gametes are useful? These gametes, they participate in the sexual reproduction. In the sexual reproduction, these gametes are must. So if it is a male organism, they produce male gametes, and female organisms produces female gametes. And these male gametes and female gametes during sexual reproduction, they fuses. Right here, the male gamete which is in haploid condition and the female gamete which is in haploid condition, both of them fuses during the sexual reproduction, and the fusion of the gametes is called as fertilization. That fertilization resulting one is the zygote formation, which is in the diploid condition. The fusion of two haploid gametes results in the formation of the diploid zygote, and this zygote that undergoes mitosis, repeated mitosis, and that leads to the finally the formation of a complete organism. For the formation of the complete organism, these gametes are necessary, and how these gametes are produced? By the means of the meiosis. And next, maintenance of chromosome number. Here, this meiosis that maintains constant chromosome number in each generation. If the chromosomes number was changing from one generation to another generation, there may be so many changes in the living organism and we suffer a lot. So instead of that, the same living organism, same human beings, same type of birds, same type of animals are maintained because the meiosis was maintaining the same number of chromosomes in each generation. And instead of that, in the meiosis, what is happening? The diploid cell that undergoes meiosis, and the number of chromosomes was reduced to half. The number of chromosomes were reduced to half, and the gametes, they carry half the number of chromosomes, right? The gametes carry half of the number of chromosomes, and these gametes, they participate in the sexual reproduction, and there is necessity of fusion of gametes. There is a fusion of gametes takes place, and there is a fusion of gametes that results in the finally zygote, diploid zygote formation. For example, if we see, for instance, this is a diploid cell which is carrying 10 chromosomes. That is carrying 10 chromosomes are present. In the meiosis, what is happening? The number of chromosomes was reduced to half, in the sense, how many number of chromosomes were present in the gametes? 5. 5 chromosomes. Instead of 10, how it is carrying? 5. In the next process, in the sexual reproduction, what is happening? This is the female and this is the male. The male gamete, haploid gamete, and female, this is the female and this is the male. This is female haploid gamete which is having 5 chromosomes that fuses with the male haploid gamete which is having 5 chromosomes. These two fuse together form a diploid zygote, right? Here 5 plus 5 results are, what is the resulting one? 10 number of chromosomes will be present in the zygote. That is, same number of chromosomes were maintained or not, unless if it is not done, 10 chromosomes are present, right? There is no meiosis occurs, there is no reduction in the number of chromosomes takes place, and the gametes were also carrying the same number of chromosomes, 10 chromosomes were carrying. Then what will happen? If these two gametes were fused, the male gametes and female gametes were fused, finally what is the resulting one? Zygote, right? So, if 10 plus 10 gives rise to 20 number of chromosomes were carried in the next generation. In one generation, it is having 10 chromosomes. In the next generation, it was doubled to 20. And in the next generation, what will happen? This 20 number of chromosomes were carried in each cell, and the gametes also having the same 20 number of chromosomes. 20 plus 20 finally leads to the 40 number of chromosomes in another generation. That means in each generation the number was doubled and doubled, and finally will not get the same type of organisms in each generation. In one generation the human being will be like this, the next generation human being will be changed. He may be very tall, stout, with 5 hands like this. Will there may be so many changes will occur in the living organisms. Instead of that, to maintain the constant number of chromosome, to maintain the same type of organism, same type of species, the meiosis maintains the number by reducing them, by reducing the number of chromosomes. So this is what happens in the meiosis. And another one is introduction of variations. Variations means some changes in each generation. So by means of the this meiosis, variations will be seen in each generation. How these variations occurs? In the meiosis 1, in the prophase 1, we have studied that there is crossing overs occurs, right, between the homologous chromosomes from paternal and maternal chromosomes, right? So they will, there is a chance, there is a crossing over occurs. Because of that crossing over, there may be fusion of, there may be exchange of genetic material takes place between the two chromosomes. That is called as recombination. Because of that crossing over, we are getting the variations in each generation. So for all these, meiosis is important. So what is the significance of meiosis? For the formation of the gametes which are involved in the sexual reproduction, and for the maintenance of constant number of chromosomes in each generation, and for introducing the variations in each generation. For all these three processes, meiosis is important. This is about the significance of meiosis. The last topic in cell cycle and cell division is amitosis or direct cell division. So in this cell cycle and cell division lesson, what we have studied about what is interphase, what is mitosis, and what is meiosis. But this amitosis is completely different from the all those cycles. So here, where it occurs, it is a type of asexual reproduction. It occurs in unicellular organisms. Where it occurs? In unicellular organisms, this amitosis is seen. What are unicellular organisms? The organisms which have the single cell organisms means bacteria, protozoa. Not only that, this amitosis is also seen in diseased cells, old cells, mammalian cartilage cells, fetal membranes. In these cells also amitosis observed. And this amitosis was first discovered by Remak. Who is the person? Remak. He discovered the amitosis. And what is another name for amitosis? It is also called as direct cell division. Why it is called as direct cell division? So in the cell divisions, before cell division, the cell undergoes several changes. There is interphase occurs where the cell DNA replication occurs, cell organelles duplication occurs. All those things will happen, right? But here there is no such changes observed. Cell directly divides. Hence it is called as direct cell division. And what is the procedure? In amitosis, this is the cell which is undergoing the amitosis. What is happening here? The cell, and here the nucleus first elongates. See here, the nucleus first elongates, and there is a constriction appears in the nucleus, and that constriction deepens, and that divides the nuclei into two nuclei. So from one nucleus, two nuclei form. And not only that, the constriction not only appear in the nucleus, and this constriction also appears in the cell membrane. Here also the constriction deepens, and that divides the cytoplasm along with the nucleus into two, resulting two daughter cells have been formed. Like this, the cell divides. And here, what is the difference? Here, is there any spindle fiber formation we have seen here? No. Is there any nuclear membrane disappearance? No. The nuclear membrane is still intact, and there is no chromosome formation, and there is no spindle fiber formation, right? So this type of division is called as amitosis or direct cell division. And here the daughter cells formed here are the equal halves of the parent cell. They are the exact halves of the parent cells. This is about amitosis, direct cell division. So with this we have completed cell cycle and cell division chapter, and in the next video we are going to start about the new topic, that is the biomolecules.